If you are in the mood for just a relaxing movie, you don't have to think much about it, just a good, fun time. Who you gonna call? Hello everyone, I'm Jay Mere and welcome to my review of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the sequel of the rebooted movie of 2021, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yes, the new and the old crew are back in this new ghost-busting adventure. And this blockbuster is directed by Jill Geenan, and the cast, it's actually a big cast. We have Paul Rudd, we have Carrie Coon, we also have Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace, all returning for this sequel. And also some cast members from the old movies from the 80s, like Bill Murray is back, Dan Aykroyd is back, Ernie Hudson, so it's a big cast. And like I said, it's a sequel to Afterlife, which I really like. And this time the family Springler is in New York. They have taken their home in the fire department we know from the first two Ghostbusters, and they are living in New York now and they are busting ghosts. And that's basically where we at in the beginning of the movie. But then there is this strange artifact that pops up, which apparently hold a big scary ghost, and that definitely can't be unleashed. But unfortunately the ghosts get free and New York becomes a frozen empire. That's the premise, that's the plot of this Ghostbuster movie. And for those who have seen my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2024, I believe at number 3 I have this movie, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Because back then, like 2 months ago, and still am actually, I was in a big mood for just a chill, relaxing adventure fantasy movie. And I really thought, and I really believed, that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire could deliver me that. Just a relaxing adventure movie. I've seen the movie. I can say that I like it, but I do not love it. I do not love it on the same level as I did with Ghostbusters Afterlife. Because Ghostbusters Afterlife was a great reboot of the Ghostbusters. This really feels like a sequel. A sequel that is not really fleshed out, but still a good relaxing time at the theaters with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. What I really like about this movie is the characters. These are all likable characters. But the most likable, the most important character for me in these two movies and also in the sequel is the character portrayed by McKenna Grace, and that is Phoebe Springler. I really think Phoebe Springler is the best character of these movies. She is the most interesting character. She has the more interesting plots. She really sets the movie in certain directions. She is an important character and I really like her. And McKenna Grace is, I believe, still a teenager, a very young actress still, and she is a very talented actress. She plays this character really well, and I really believe we're gonna see more of her in the future. She can make some career, I believe. But she is a really nice character, a very interesting character. But her brother in the movie, and it's played by Finn Wolfhard, he's not really that interesting, and to be honest, he kind of felt pointless in this movie. His only plotline was actually to bust out this slimy ghost from the first Ghostbusters movie that is taking refuge in the attic, and he causes some slimy problems in his bedroom, so he has to get rid of the ghost. That is his plotline. That is his part in this movie, so he kind of felt pointless. Still a likable character, but he has nothing to do. Also the mother, she's like the only character that I did not really like. I don't know, can't really pinpoint what that is exactly, but All in all likable characters. Also really like that Dan Aykroyd is more in this movie. Really liked his character. He has an interesting plotline, also with Phoebe Spangler, so that's definitely the more interesting plotline of the film. And also some new characters, like we have the character of Lars, who works in this laboratorium. That was a really cool extra element to this franchise, that whole laboratorium, and getting the ghosts out of the boxes to study them. That was interesting. I really thought that was something that I want to investigate in this film. And also we have a character called Nadim, who has a bigger role in this movie than we can think. He is fun, but I do not really think it was necessary to do that with this character in the third act. So, but all in all, likable characters. What I also really like, one thing about the characters, there is also a problem that it causes in this movie. There are just too many characters. There are a lot of characters, and like I said, there is one interesting plotline in this film. The other plotlines not so much, and that's because they were just with a whole crowd, and there are too many characters. So if they do a third Ghostbusters movie, maybe a bit less characters. So back to the other thing that I really like on this movie, that is that the setting is New York again. New York, that's always the setting of the Ghostbusters. And it really felt like coming home to a Ghostbusters movie. And this sequel actually felt more like a reboot of the first two Ghostbusters than Afterlife was. But that's maybe why Afterlife is the more successful of the two. Because it felt as something fresh, but still very similar to Ghostbusters. This is a bit the same old. Still, I like the setting, and that they are back in the firehouse. That was really cool. And last thing I really liked about this movie was our final ghost, our villain ghost. He really looked cool. I think he had a cool design. But there is a big disappointment in this film, and that is the title. The title says Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And we all also see in the teasers, the trailers, that New York is getting frozen, like a frozen empire. But for the most part of the film, we are not in the frozen empire. So if you are expecting frozen empire, don't expect too much. That's just at the end. Unfortunately, I thought this whole movie was taking place in a frozen empire. That would have been cool. That was the movie that I really want to see. But all in all, I still like it, but I do not love it. There are some problems, like also some transition of the cuts. There are some mistakes in there that I can clearly see, so that's a shame. But like I said, it's a relaxing movie. If you just want to relax at the theaters and watch something fun, something chilly, something chill, and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire can certainly deliver in that, but it's not a movie to really think about it, or it's not on the same level as Afterlife. So those were basically my thoughts on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Always be free to share your thoughts, your opinions on this movie below in the comments. Would love to read those, and if you want to see more reviews of me in the future, always be free to subscribe to my channel. Until the next time.